Hello, this is Dr. Doe again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue with reading Psalm. I have finished book 3. I'm going to start book 4, including Psalms from 90 to 106. So I'm going to read Psalm 90, a prayer of Moses, the man of God. Lord, you have been our dwelling place throughout all generations. Before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the earth and the world. From everlasting to everlasting you are God. You turn man back to dust, saying, Return to dust, O sons of man. For 1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by, or like a watch in the night. You sweep man away in the sleep of death. They are like the new grass of the morning. Though in the morning it springs up new, by evening it is dry and withered. You are consumed by your anger and terrified by your indignation. You have set our iniquities before you, our secret sins in the light of your presence. All our days pass away under your wrath. We finish our years with a mourn. The length of our days is 70 years, or 80 if we have the strength. Yet their span is but trouble and sorrow, for they quickly pass and we fly away. Who knows the power of your anger? For your wrath is as great as the fear that is due you. Teach us to number our days aright, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Relent, O Lord, how long will it be? Have compassion on your servants. Satisfy us in the morning with your unfailing love, that we may sing for joy and be glad all our days. Make us glad for as many days as you have afflicted us, for as many years as we have seen trouble. May your deeds be shown to your servants, your splendor to their children. May the favor of the Lord our God rest upon us. Establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. So this is Psalm 90, and we know the author. It's Moses. It's a prayer of Moses, the man of God, but we do not know the circumstances and the time when Moses had these prayers. But in general, the tone is quite blue, saying that the life of each person is short or long, but filled with sorrow, torment, and suffering. So only the Lord is everlasting, and pray for God to bless those chosen and bless their children. So let's just go over the prayer of Moses, the man of God. Lord, you have been our dwelling place throughout our generations. Before the mountains were born, you brought forth the earth and the world. For everlasting, everlasting, you are God. So this is the thing about the creation. God created everything, and God is everlasting. You turn man back to dust, and saying, Return to dust, O sons of man. Saying, Return to dust, O sons of man. These are the in the quotation marks. So these are what God said to the human. You are limited living on the earth. If you recall from the creation chapter 1, after the falling, and God limited the life, especially after the flood, the time of man on earth limited and shortened. For 1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by, like a watch in the night. You sweep men away in the sleep of death, and they are like the new grass of the morning. Though in the morning it springs up new, and evening it is dry and withered. It also reflects each person's life, just like blinking, or like a day. Morning, very green and robust in the morning, very strong, and at evening withered. So still emphasize the insignificance of each person, each life in this world compared to the God 1,000 years. We are consumed by your anger and terrified by your indignation. You have set our iniquity before you and secret sins in the light of your presence. Since God is perfect, none of the human is perfect, and we all have those sins, secret, and cannot hide from the God. So that's kind of torment and consumed by the anger of God. The length of our days is 70 years or 80 if we have the strength, yet their span is but trouble and sorrow, for they quickly pass and we fly away. So again, emphasize the meaningless, like Solomon said, the meaningless, everything is meaningless except for God is the truth, holds the truth, the real. Who knows the power of your anger? For your wrath is as great as the fear that is due you. Teach us to number our days aright, and that we may gain a heart of wisdom. So again, you are so powerful, we do not know why your anger or your wrath is great as a fear that is due you. It's just determined by you. We cannot do anything about it. And pray, teach us a number of our days, and so we live the life right and under your wisdom. So this is asking for the wisdom. So to live a life with wisdom. Relent, O Lord, how long will it be? Have compassion on your servants. Satisfy us in the morning with your unfailing love, that we may sing for joy and be glad all our days. Make us glad for as many days as you have afflicted us, for as many years as we have been troubled. We have seen trouble. May your deeds be shown to your servants, and your splendor to their children. So this is kind of pray, but in different tone. I think this faith and audacious. God, you have only grant us the sufferings, and please grant us the happiness as long as the sufferings, and sing joys and all our days without any torment, without any sadness. Show your unfailing love. So this is the pray. This is we can see from this prayer, see the desperate, the suffering, the unsatisfaction. May the favor of the Lord our God rest upon us. Establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. So, from the beginning, the garden falling to the ground, and the God brought this curse to human. You work with your hands all day long through the torment. You feed yourself. And this Moses asked, may the favor of the Lord our God rest upon us. Establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. May our daily works and torment be accepted, be established. So this is the end of this Psalm 90. And from the Psalm 90, really we see the real, not just from David's psalm. So Moses' psalm is also indicating the real life. The happiness is really short and also always accompanied by the torment. I think that's probably since the beginning. And also from the psalm we see the faith. On top of that faith as a challenge, and ask God, please make the happiness long-lasting, make the establishment from our work, not just the torment, feed ourselves, but establish through the work. So this is a very ambition and audaciousness and belief with the faith. So again, this is the Psalm 90. It's called the Man of God. So this is the chosen Moses, also the chosen one of God. So I'm going to stop here. I hope that you can read and interpret in your own way. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.